Hey y'all, this is your K-pop auntie Carly, and I am here with another BTS reaction. This one is a suggestion. It is a BTS Hardships 2013 to 2021 racism, mistreatment, accusations, and more struggles throughout the years. So, I'm interested on this one because some of the videos that I've been reacting to, whether it's been through the lyrics or other things that have been referenced, I'm like, man, it seems like they've been going through some, some hard stuff. So I wanted to, somebody said, hey, yeah, they have been through some pretty hard stuff. How about you go ahead and take a look at this video? So I am. What am I doing today? It is a Saturday when I am recording this. I think I'll post this right away because this is kind of just a catch-all day for me. I'm probably going to go do some yard work. Not yet because it is 36 degrees out and it's that's cold. For you Celsius lovers out there, that is barely above freezing. Oh, and I was doing yard work yesterday, but that means I have to bag everything instead of put it in the yard waste container itself, and it's just annoying. And I'm probably going to do some work in my office as well, a little bit of editing. But it's a Saturday, so I'm just going to do what I feel like, chill, have some Baileys in my coffee. It's fantastic. Alright, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see when I come out with new content. I have a lot of new content coming out because this is my home office and this is what I do for breaks. On the weekends, I just kind of chill. Alright.
This video was not made in order to relive the sadness or to hold grudges against others. This video was made to remind us that BTS didn't rise to success without facing hurdles, and these events have created a stronger bond between BTS and ARMY. June 13, 2013. BTS were only able to debut because the scheduled performers cancelled. BTS was a filler. Even after debuting, they couldn't get much airtime. Their performances were either shortened, cut from broadcasts, or not uploaded for online consumption, due to their company's lack of clout at that time.
저 당시에는 예, 우리가 막 방송을 마음대로 못 깔 때예요. 방송을 막 사람 다차 있으면 우리 못 나오고 그럴 때도 있었어.
저 때 한밤에 이게 나가게 된 게 되게 약간 우리가 막 그랬었어 그때. 그랬어요. 되게 중요한 거, 신기한 거고 되게 약간 원래 그렇게 따로 인터뷰 잘 안 해주시는데 막 그때 그런 기억이 나요.
저희를 구원해 주신 거죠?
From sleeping in one bedroom to using their own staff as extras.
I gotta go back there.
To
I'm
recording
on my
an
video.
album
I'm on the volume rather instead of the.
구원해
Check out that.
주신 거죠?
from
Look at that! 3 bunk beds and a bed. I think the manager sleeps with them, especially when there's underage individuals in the.
sleeping
Reminds me of my
in one
dorm room in
bedroom
college.
to using their own
Jeez,
staff as extras.
제 매니저 보이나?
To recording an album in a garage.
No
These
way.
were just a few. To
Look at that. They are in a garage. That is crazy. And now, because I'm taking it, this is because they said Hype was really small then, I guess. And I think they're doing fine.
recording an album in a garage.
No way.
These were just a few things BTS experienced early on in their careers due to their
Sleeping on the
company's
dance
limited
floor.
budget.
Studio.
말 걸어주신 거 기억나요? 옷에 쓰여 있는 거 무슨 뭐냐고. 돈 써가지고 16,000원짜리 후드티에 프린팅 해가지고 뭔지 몰라가지고 말을 못해야 되겠어. 아무튼.
Because some of the members came from an underground rap background, but ultimately chose the path of becoming idols, they were often disrespected.
사실 남준이가 그 언더에서 활동을 했다고 그 이제
So I'm able to
그런
say that he's
사람들이
been part of the
많아요.
underground. There's
아이돌로
a lot of people
올라가서
like that.
나는 언더그라운드
Idols, they
활동을
say,
했던 사람이다
I was
하고
once underground.
원플이라고 흔히 하잖아요. 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
아,
쟤네 음악도 안 하고 그냥 회사에서 시키는데도 노래 받아서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐, 니네가 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
Yeah, I can see there being criticism from people in the underground and stuff like that. You see it a lot. Here in the U.S. and stuff, being sellouts, because and for no other good reason than you made it. And not that saying that they had made it at this point, but they kind of got into the quote-unquote system, you know, the idol system and stuff, so you're just automatically a sellout. You know, it's... Yeah, I can...
A rapper told RM and Suga that they were on the right path, but strayed away and were no longer considered real rap hip-hop artists, deeming them girls for wearing makeup.
방탄소년단에 대해서 사실 뭐 찍어서 말하는 거 아이돌을 부릅니다. 네, 맞습니다. 힙합이 아니다. 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 하는 또 메이크업을 하는 거에 대한 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이
It's a girl. It's like being a girl. What? You can even hear it in the background. Some people going, what? Because, dude, it's entertainment. It's like, who doesn't wear a little bit of makeup? Like, even I don't wear makeup ever, but before I, like, start a video, because I have... I'm old, but I have acne. So I touch up a little bit right here so y'all can't see the red marks quite so much. And it's like, everybody.
BTS were being told by several people they would never make it because they came from a small agency. Big Hit Entertainment was at one point near bankruptcy and didn't have the financial power to promote and push BTS the way other companies could with their own groups.
So they really
in 2014,
took that company off. I saw somewhere that the company gave them a massive share when they went public. They gave a massive share of stocks. So BTS is actually a major stakeholder in the company.
Suga shared his story about battling depression since pre-debut days. Suga continues to discuss and bring awareness to mental health through his work.
Good.
Until now, BTS has continuously been transparent about their darkest thoughts and feelings, not just through their music, but also their very public personas. February 2014. BTS were accused of copying the schoolboy concept for Boy in Love, which came out shortly after another group released their music video, even though the concept is a popular choice amongst young boy bands.
Yeah, I'd say. And you get that, I'm a book editor, and you get that in the author community a lot, where you will have one author accusing another author of plagiarizing them, or plagiarizing their cover, or taking their concept or something like that. Like, dude, you if something is popular, you kind of lean towards writing that. If the visual concept is popular, you like, why do you do something so incredibly? Why do you try, if something's popular, you don't do like, oh, this is popular, so I'm going to do the exact opposite. You know, everybody's doing, you know, let's face it, I edit a lot of romance. Everybody's doing man chest on their covers, you know, just a really muscular ripped guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put instead of a man chest, I'm going to put a fully clothed woman in business attire on my cover. It's like, people who are looking for man chest books are not going to pick up your book. I mean, so I get that, you know, the accusations of plagiarism and just kind of stealing concepts, but at the same time, it's like, dude, that's like, if that's what people in the industry are looking, like the consumers are looking for a certain thing, you give them what they're looking for
the host confronted
on the
them
cover,
about this
and then they hear your
accusation.
music or on the cover of a book, and then they read your words, and it's like, oh, I like this. I missed that.
About this plagiarism accusation.
수호와 겹친 교복 패션 왜 하필일까? 원망했나요?
저희가 말씀드린
얘기 천천히
저희가 이번 사랑 이야기
The school trilogy theme released 3 albums.
언제 한번 교복을 입겠다고
Eventually, her promotional clothing would be uniforms. Coincidentally, our time frame overlapped with each other.
Throughout their careers, they've been constantly criticized for plagiarism, often for outfits, props, concepts, and hair colors that are ordinary not just in K-pop, but the expansive world of visual arts. November 2014.
Even getting criticized apparently for hair color.
J-Hope BTS trended on Twitter, calling J-Hope ugly and untalented. The trend became popular enough that their friend and supervisor From their reality show American Hustle Life, Tony Jones tweeted out saying, "Every member is needed and talented." Jin stepped in by telling ARMYs to cheer up and that all of them were working hard. ARMYs got together and trended #JHopeYou'rePerfect to
Good job,
comfort
ARMY.
him. May 2015.
People
BTS
such jerks on the
finally won
internet.
their first music show with their
People are
song
jerks
I
in
Need
general,
You,
but
2 years after their debut.
internet
but
where they
were
don't actually have to
accused
look you in
of
the eye and
such
say
a
it. It's like,
This is when companies buy back albums to boost external sales records. But this was when their
It
company
happens
was
in the
barely
book industry
surviving
as well.
financially, making the claims groundless. May 2015. V was accused of mocking another idol group after they won a music show and were accepting the trophy. People began to send him death threats. However, he wasn't mocking them at all. V was known to be a fan of this group and was singing their song out of excitement. He apologized on Twitter for the misunderstanding and provided screenshots showing that he would always listen to this song before bed. July 2015.
yeah, just being in the public eye and getting criticized. Like, everybody is looking for something to criticize. You know, it's not just that you do something all of a sudden and like people are looking for it. You know, it's like
BTS abruptly halted their concert, The Red Bullet, in New York due to death threats towards RM. All related fan activities were also subsequently cancelled. Attendees of the show were forced to leave the venue, where there was a strong presence of security and police at the scene.
well, at least the fans are being good about it.
Death threat for another upcoming show in Mexico later that month. July 2016, people began to debate over alleged misogynistic lyrics and tweets from BTS. This led to the members and the company reflecting back on their actions. BTS's agency, Big Hit Entertainment, responded with an apology and a promise to do better. Consequently, the band grew from this lesson and have
I
since
do know
re-
in some of their earlier stuff there was there were some of the kind of prototypical girl songs. I mean, songs about guys singing about girls in the way that you do kind of hear guys singing about girls. And then because I am going back through some of their older albums, and yeah, they don't sing like that anymore. Like from their earliest stuff, they don't say, hey, we got a girl that girls are yelling at us and we love it, and as a kind of hyping themselves up about being able to be recognized by girls and being able to have girls and stuff, and they don't seem like that anymore.
Released feminist overtures such as 21st Century Girl, and in 2019 responded to their 2014 single Boy in Love with Boy with Love, a collaboration with Halsey. RM has said that since the
I only recognize her name because people, oh yeah, Halsey, and so that was the girl in the Boy in Love, as the one that I reacted to the Boy in Love. I'm like, yeah, guys in America would get slapped if they went after a girl like that. So it's cool that they collaborated with her after that, after kind of bossing her around and stuff in the Boy in Love one.
Incident, he pays closer attention to the lyrics he writes, reading newspapers and books to study the social phenomena.
Okay.
After he finishes writing
Become more
lyrics,
socially
he
aware.
consults experts of women's studies to objectively examine the lyrics. May 2016.
He's trying hard, man.
During their
And that's got to be something, especially, I mean, there are certain cultures, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but there are certain cultures where the gender expectations are a lot more entrenched still, and it does seem like, from what I've seen of Korea, it is still not like hard like that, but it's still like much more than in the US and other Western whatever countries. But at the same time, like, it does seem extremely progressive, just that in certain areas there still is strongholds of
Epilogue
be quiet.
concert, aunties began to use the hashtag
And I was saying that
plagiarism Boy
because
Scouts.
these guys are young and they learn from their parents, and both mom and dad, and it's a learning process. You aren't born into the world enlightened as you would be when you're, approaching 30 like some of these guys are. It's a learning process to break these social constructs that you're born into, that your parents taught you.
Multiple fandoms teamed up to trend this hashtag in Korea. BTS saw this,
Ads incoming.
and the media latched on. June 2016. During the variety show Flower Crew, Jungkook arrived at the filming location with a bag of hamburgers for his cast members, hoping to break the ice. One of the cast members made rude comments and turned Jungkook's offer away.
He's still pretty young here, because he was, I think, 15 in 2014.
BTS has since filmed another variety show with the same host, and spirits seem high. September 2016. Aunties made yet another project called Break Wings Project to try to sabotage their comeback in October. The
Why do people
project
do
was
this?
caught and stopped once comments on YouTube broadcasting the project were put on blast. Wings then went on to sell 16,000 units in its first week, appearing at number 26 on the US Billboard 200 chart, setting the then highest record for a K-pop album and making BTS the first and only K-pop act at that time to log 3 entries on the Billboard 200. Because of this, aunties took strategic pictures of non-armies and claimed that there was no line in stores that sold physical albums. October 2016. During fans were told a couple hours before the broadcast.
Why do people feel the need to do this? I did not grow up in the age of the internet. Like when I was in high school, getting into high school, you older army will know the sound effect. That is getting on the internet and getting kicked off because a fax is coming in. I don't get, I obviously get it. I understand that it happens, but I don't get it. Like, why do this? Just
cast that BTS were no longer appearing because one member was absent from an injury, even though a countless number of fans were already present at the event venue and BTS was ready and willing to perform. BTS ended up performing for the fans who attended the event and waited all day, but it was at the end of the event with leftover confetti, no proper lighting, and no cameras rolling. Their performance was...
I'm sorry, that's really cool that BTS did that then, because that's just totally for their fans. I mean, they could have said, oh, well, that sucks, we got canceled, and, we're just got to go home, but they went out there, no show production, no cameras, no nothing. They just did it for their fans who stayed. That tells me a lot about BTS. That's awesome.
Not broadcasted.
There's a
and
lot of
were taken.
Groups and bands
October
who would not do that.
2016. During BTS's Blood, Sweat, and Tears promotion in South Korea, BTS wasn't given a waiting room at the broadcast center. So the members made do and practiced, got dressed, and did makeup in front of the bathrooms. They would practice non-stop without resting, greeting other staffers who were going to the bathroom, and other idol groups would openly look down on them. This comment was left under a video uploaded by Wei, a member from Crayon Pop. Wei responded,
They're starting to
"Yes,
get going.
That's right. All I remember is their hard work and efforts. I especially haven't forgotten RM's voice practicing Japanese." November 2016. V made a heartfelt announcement during their muster that his beloved grandmother had passed away. Auntie saw this as an opportunity.
I have heard him in other videos talking about his grandma. Yeah, it does seem like he was close to her. Dance on Taylor's grandmother's grave? What the
opportunity to twist his narrative and intentions. sending him death threats and accusing him of using her passing as a ploy for attention.
Seriously, people.
November 2016, Big Hit released a formal statement about taking legal actions regarding malicious rumors, false statements, and personal attacks against BTS. The company continues to pursue legal actions against perpetrators to this day, enforcing a strict no settlement and leniency policy.
That's gross. Like the comments I just read about Taehyung's grandma, how gross can people be?
November 2016, fans of another group were upset that BTS won Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, claiming it was done out of charity and that miscalculations were made. They called Melon customer care, where an employee explained that the company's internal data proved that BTS scored higher. Audio of the conversation was released.
Albums during the 1 year period will be counted, right? That's right. We have calculated our own scores for this award. So what you're saying is that the data we see is absolutely different compared to the data considered by Melon. No, we're looking at the same data, but the chart you've seen in the real time, the data you've seen is what you see immediately after the artist released their album, right? I don't think that's right. I think it's difficult for you to see the total data figure because that data is only available to Leon. I'm not sure how you've calculated the score, but whatever you've calculated is the scores from the chart. But what we use is not the chart. We look at the data of, the number of times listened by the general public and not how many times their fans buy or stream the artist's songs. It's the overall digital score. I think you are suspecting internal fabrication, but as far as I can tell you, there is no corruption. You can understand that BTS won the award because their songs were streamed more compared to blanks during the 1 year period.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no-signal bars on screen resembled another group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative
you can never do the same
group
graphic
in
ever.
Created
no one can do the
a
same
post
graphic.
on Instagram with the captions, our hard work. And siblings of the group liked that post.
Yep, I didn't even notice.
Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not Big Hit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since, only pre-taping acceptance speeches. March 2017, death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin this time. This threat happened during their world tour, and Big Hit addressed this threat, increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won, crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas. May 2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth.
Oh, that's even better. Love
Police
yourself,
tweeted
then you
soon
get
afterwards
friggin'
that
death
they were
threats.
investigating the threat. November 2018. On November 7, a South Korean court ordered a Japanese company to compensate them for wartime labor during Japan's colonial rule
Remember
of
that?
the Korean peninsula. The next day, Japan's TV's Asahi's music station announced that they have cancelled BTS's appearance on their show, slated for November 9th, due to a recently resurfaced screenshot of a member wearing a t-shirt depicting a photo of an atomic bomb and of Koreans celebrating their independence from Japan. The band subsequently became
BTS,
attacked by the
unfortunately,
extreme
getting,
conservatives in Japan and the news was
caught in the
picked up by the
crosshairs
Western
of
media.
politics between nations. I'm sure it wasn't the real problem, but rather something to hold against it. They were really just mad at the results of the court that made Japan lose money. It really showed their mentality of how they react to being held responsible of their crime. And then this happened. 20 armies who do Korean translation work from all over the world gathered to really explain the whole incident by diving into political background of the two countries, as well as the historical backgrounds. They also pointed out our wrong information the media is spreading around the world and corrected them with facts. By gathering every document possible on World War II, and published the White Paper Project. The impact of a t-shirt, BTS was digital. Wow. It's English and Korean, about 166 pages.
April 2019. During BTS's global press conference for Map of the Soul Persona, a reporter bluntly asked BTS about past plagiarism allegations.
사실 제가 그
I brought up Wings and Blood, Sweat and Tears because I wanted to know if was it plagiarized. Why would you even ask somebody that in an interview? Like, even if it's not plagiarized, but even if somebody had plagiarized a song, you ask them in an interview, they're like, oh yeah, we plagiarized that. It's like, what a stupid question to ask.
질문을 드렸습니다.
네, 그 건에 대해서는 저희 회사에서 이제 저희 회사 법무팀에서 작가님이랑 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그 건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠. 네, 감사합니다.
Dismissed.
Netizens later uncovered an article written by a reporter of the same name on another entertainment company's news website. April 2019. SBS Inkigayo excluded BTS's Boy With Love out of its charts for the song's first eligible week. Questions about the criteria used by the music show were raised, while SBS continued to claim the calculation period did not fit with BTS's album release time. To this, Dispatch compared BTS to another group who also released a song on the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its first win for their song that week, while BTS were left out of the rankings entirely. December 2019. JTBC reported that BTS went against their own agency and planned to file a lawsuit against Big Hit Entertainment. Big Hit pulled out receipts and released a lengthy statement on behalf of Big Hit Entertainment, BTS, and the members' families. They called the media company's journalism practices into question, stating, "We have not only the video that JTBC used for the first report, but also the CCTV video that recorded the footage of the journalist breaking into our company." December 2019. MBC is accused of abusing their power to purposely prevent other groups under Big Hit Entertainment from appearing at their year-end show, after BTS chose to appear on the US's NBC New Year's Rockin' Eve countdown in New York City instead of NBC's year-end program. According to
Company
Olsen,
politics
multiple industry sources shared, ever since October, when BTS's side told NBC that BTS would not be appearing on NBC's year-end music festival, it has been difficult for singers associated with Big Hit Entertainment
a little
to
bit
appear
of
on NBC.
boycotting between
It is
companies
already an
and bad
openly
relations
known
and
fact in the industry. January 2020. For 29 years, the Seoul Music Awards only had one grand prize, also known as a Daesang. But in 2020, they created a second Daesang for digital music. BTS won the Daesang for physical music only, even though their stats proved that they should have also gotten the Daesang for digital music as well. BTS did not...
I'm wondering if some of this is because I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying, what's the quote that I really enjoy? I'm forgetting who it's by even, is that he wanted to win so much that he would be laughed at for winning again. It was, of course, he won again. It's like, it seems like it's kind of getting like that with BTS, where it's like they win another award, but it's like, of course it's BTS, and you kind of laugh and go, oh yeah, obviously it was going to be BTS. So it does almost make me wonder that some of these companies are trying to, manipulate things or break off and have new and different awards so that other bands can get awards and can get recognized. Not saying anything, again, about BTS shouldn't be getting any of these at all. I mean, obviously they're breaking all these records. They should be getting these awards. It does make me wonder if that is part of the reason, where it's not necessarily all malicious, that some companies may want to say, can we find a way to give somebody else an award? Poor everybody else, because BTS is just like winning everything.
Appear in person to accept the award and has
but
only
really
sent
not
in
cool
video
if they're
speeches since.
really not cool if
July
they're
2020,
being denied awards
Naver,
they should
the
be
Google
getting.
of South Korea, reportedly invested over $80 million into another entertainment company after losing out on profits from BTS, who chose to hold an online concert through Weverse, a mobile app and web platform developed by Big Hit Entertainment. BTS earned at least $21 million in tickets.
I think I'd heard somewhere that Big Hit actually had made Weverse, and man, have they just grown incredibly as a company between BTS and Weverse.
Revenue, according to an analyst at securities firm. He stated, Naver lost BTS, the most popular IP of K-pop, and must have felt the need to invest in entertainment to form a stable relationship. Since 2017, fans have noticed that South Korean platforms such as Naver and media journalists were ignoring and downplaying BTS's achievements. Popular websites hardly posted anything about them, nor did they feature BTS on their front pages. Music critic Kim Young-dae and popular political commentator Kim Oh-jun recently discussed this issue.
I've always thought that the volume of news in Korea compared to the enormity of the phenomenon was small. That is some serious error. In this case of BTS, they've continuously been making a similar phenomenon close to Unikim in Korea, but compared to that, the response has been smaller. What's wrong with media, who usually likes to make a big fuss out of everything?
궁금증이 평소에 있었거든. 연결되는 이야기예요. 기자들이 일단 BTS의 성공은
BTS's success
이제 어느
is
정도
somewhat
보도가 돼요.
reported on.
그러면
Now, but when
우리가
idols
흔히 알고
from big
있는 소위
agencies we
대형
commonly
기획사의
know do, let's
아이돌이
be honest, something less
그것보다
than they
사실은
did.
못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 굉장히 좀 재밌는 부분이 있고 이번 그래미 같은 경우 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등급에 실패했다라고 한다든지 여러 가지 요즘 이거 하나가 중요하다고 생각해요. 뭐냐면 BTS라는 이 현상, BTS의 미국에서의 성공, BTS의 세계적인 열풍 자체가 제도권의 시스템을 거치지 않았다는 거예요. 그래서 이 제도권을 점하고 있는 그 언론일 수도 있고 뭐 프로모터일 수도 있고 음반 회사일 수도 있죠. 이 사람들이
From their
보기에
perspective, it doesn't quite
납득이
make
가지 않고
sense, nor is it particularly good to them. I think you do kind of get this kind of stuff in the US a little bit as well, where you have the institutions that you are supposed to rise up through. And if you do not rise up through those institutions in whatever industry you are in, then you are not really considered as appropriate isn't the right word. You're not really considered as having done things the right way, so you don't really count. It's like, it's an extremely elitist view of things, to say that, we have these companies, these universities, these institutions, and these are the appropriate way to become a professor, an entertainer, a XYZ. This is what you're supposed to do, and if you don't do that, well then you can be brilliant, but you didn't go up through the ladder, you know.
하지도 않아요.
Because that would mean their powers can't be proven. Looking from their position, they have their own influence, but they, BTS, succeeded without going through them, so there's no reason for their existence now. Yeah, that's
December 2020. For the last
elitist
few years,
institutions
BTS
just
has
saying
been the
this is how you're
face
supposed to
of
do it, and you
political
didn't do it,
discourse
so
on the revisions of South Korea's mandatory military service. Even though BTS and their company have not spoken about wanting postponement or exemptions, and have insisted that they will serve when called upon. In August 2018, all major South Korean entertainment companies held a meeting to discuss petitioning the government to revise the law to allow K-pop performers to be exempt from service, in addition to the top artists, musicians, and athletes that already qualify. Big Hit Entertainment was not among the agencies, but BTS was used as the leading example for this revision.
it's crazy. Your company
On
isn't
December 22, 2020, the Ministry of
represented, but you
National
as a band
Defense
are.
announced that a
Group.
revision has been made, effective June 23, 2021, where popular culture artists can postpone.
And that is crazy because I do know a little bit about the exemptions, and I think, you know, the athletes are, if you've won certain awards as an athlete, or in the like classical music sphere where there's these worldwide recognized competitions, and if you medal in these, because I think there are even medals in awards in these kind of more classical competitions, then you are also allowed exemptions. It just seems really weird that a violinist, not that I love the violin, I love classical music, it seems really weird that BTS, for all that they do for Korea, for how many records they've set, how many number ones, how many awards they've received, that they wouldn't be exempted, but a guy who sat on the bench for the, you know, whatever, I know the soccer team has never won a gold medal, but, you know, whatever team in the Olympics, that their name wouldn't be recognized, but they medaled in the Olympics, so they're exempted. But BTS isn't. It is kind of, they do need to work on their laws a little bit as far as the exemptions go, and who is, because it's not current. You know, it's not current.
Their enlistment until age 30, with the requirements that the individuals must have been recommended as recipients of the Order of Cultural Merit, one of the highest national honors given to artists in South Korea. In April 2021, 26 agencies, led by the Korean Music Content Association, filed a written objection against the revision.
Yeah, I saw that. This is one of the complaints that I had seen against BTS, is that it was basically a BTS law because of that award, because nobody had ever received that. Like, BTS is the only group, only people, period, who would qualify for that, because nobody has ever been under 30 and gotten that award before. So that is a legit criticism. It is. Like, if you say you have to get this award and only BTS has ever received that award, then people are going to go, well,
stating that the new law is both unrealistic and unfair. March 2021, BTS was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show instead of the primetime ceremony, as it usually was in previous years. Unfortunately, they didn't take home the award, but what made fans even more upset was that the Grammys used BTS as ratings bait, teasing that BTS's performance would be quote-unquote up next, but were actually placed as the second to last performance during the 3.5-hour broadcast.
Well, that's kind of what you do, though. Honestly, that's what you do. You put your main act and you keep teasing and teasing and teasing in order to get people to keep watching and watching and watching. I don't think that happens all the time. I don't think that's bias or mistreatment. That's what the entertainment industry does. You know, you try to keep, especially because the Grammys has such a dropping viewership, like nobody watches the Grammys anymore, face it. So yeah, if they get BTS on, they're gonna put them on at the end and keep teasing them to try to get people to keep watching. That's nobody watches the Grammys.
And only given the time to perform an abridged performance of their song. A former managing editor for the Grammy Awards website spoke out the next day about the Recording Academy.
Not cool if they only got an
pushed
abridged
back
performance
on
though.
featuring BTS. But BTS got the last laugh. A live stream of the band celebrating after the event has so far garnered more than 13 million views.
Probably more people than watch the Grammys.
Compared to the 8.8 million viewers who tuned into the Grammys. March 2021. Topps released the Garbage Pail Kids Shammy Awards illustration and cards. Unlike the other artists,
they still do Garbage Pail Kids. Is this? Let me know, you older armies. Is this the same as when I was a kid? Because if so, this has been around forever.
Featured, BTS was depicted as being brutalized and beaten up by a Grammy trophy inside a whack-a-mole.
That's
This
weird.
Isn't the first time BTS has been shunned, put down, or bullied. In February 2021, a German radio station host made racist remarks about BTS, comparing them to COVID-19, and voiced his hopes that there will be a vaccine against BTS soon. He openly cursed at them for covering a Coldplay song and said that BTS deserves a 20-year vacation in North Korea. Halsey, Max, Lauv, Steve Aoki, and more artists slammed the radio station's racism and xenophobia. The host and station maintains that it was just a joke, and that folks are too sensitive.
It was just a joke.
During Zach Sang's show, a member named Liam from a boy band called Forever in Your Mind made these comments.
Yeah, I agree that they're a boy band, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top, and I think BTS can just live in their own. They're BTS. They don't, you know what I mean?
No, but they're like
I don't think that they're gonna.
Is so crazy. It's
dude, and it's global.
Yeah. I'm a fan. They're really good.
I like them. They're good dancers.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it.
I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because I don't know what they are. Look at these people. Look at this one. I don't know which one he is. Look at those highlights. Those chunky Tony and Guy mall salon highlights. And the contact lenses.
Former
you are an Asian
deputy
man.
editor.
You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America...
It's like... Like, I take offense to that because... Like... you can have taste. Like, you can have types. Like, I've said it before in my videos, my type is my husband. You can see him back there. That is our wedding photo. He's a big dude. He is ex-military. He used to be an MMA fighter, and he looks like it. You know, he's a big guy, very traditionally American masculine. That doesn't mean that I can't look at the, like, artists like BTS, and not all of them are like that kind of softer look either. You know, I wouldn't call RM he doesn't have this soft look to him, but Jimin, yeah, he's a pretty guy. And it's not that he looks like a girl. Like, I mean, shoot, watch him dance. You know, he's it's one thing to have a type, and it's another thing to say that, like, because you have a softer look to you, that you look like a girl. Like, I don't think Jimin looks like a girl. He's a very attractive guy. You know, it's just he looks different. That's, as somebody whose type is the extreme masculine, I take offense at calling Jimin a girl. He's a good-looking guy.
I got worried.
I don't know. I think they look very nice.
Oh, that is not what you were saying during the break.
How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are off to little K-pop boys?
A senior editor from The Economist said, "Please no," after BTS was announced as speakers at the 75th UN General Assembly. She quickly...
I'm finally getting like really offended right now. I'm finally getting really offended. That's...
tried to backtrack, claiming it was a joke. This led to Stephen Pollard, a British journalist, to tweet this, and Anne Hegarty, a television personality, responding with, "All this about a little Korean boy band that's fundamentally not important?"
Wow.
So
all these people are getting schooled, I bet.
When BTS was named Entertainer of the Year by Time magazine soon after...
Like, seriously, I'm not even in the entertainment industry. Like, I'm just a Midwest friggin' book editor, and these are people who are in the entertainment industry. And they, like, don't know BTS. Like, even before I heard a single BTS song, I knew who BTS was and that they were giant, that they were BTS. Like, I knew that. And these people are calling them little Korean boy band?
RM
Shut the
said,
front door.
"We're not sure if we've actually earned respect, but one thing is for sure is that people feel like, okay, this is not just some kind of syndrome or phenomenon. These little boys from Korea are doing this." BTS have always been outspoken about the injustice of racial discrimination. In the summer of 2020, they used their platform and proudly announced their support for Black Lives Matter and donated $1 million to the organization. With the recent rise and visibility of atrocities against Asians, BTS released a statement on their Twitter standing in solidarity once again. These are just a few of the countless examples of mistreatment, racism, and xenophobia that BTS has been encountering around the world throughout their storied career. It will more than likely be
crazy
a continued uphill battle. As artists of color who are constantly breaking records and
BTS
barriers,
is
amassing fans
this
and growing in
huge
popularity around the globe,
phenomena on
hostility and
top
jealousy
of the
will come
world,
easily from those not
and they're
afforded the
so
luxury
looked
of
down
such a
on
strong
as
and dedicated
artists,
fan base. As fans who are cognizant of their
performers,
journey
as
and understand that their
not
popularity
having
comes
an
from their
impact. It's like,
sincerity and talent, armies have a tendency to be protective and sometimes overly so.
good, keep being protective.
If only because of the
Don't be
awareness
mean.
of what BTS
Don't be-
and ARMY are up
don't be the
against
jerks,
when
but be
fighting
protective
for
of
fair
them.
representation.
Okay, I am enlightened. That was a little bit eye-opening, especially the end. You know, it's people are idiots. People are giant idiots. People are jerks online. People are ignorant. And hopefully more education incoming. You know, hopefully more people learn, and I can't believe some of the stuff in there. That is just craziness. I mean, I'm just gonna say that Jimin's attractive. Okay, I should probably get some work done. I don't even have I was about to say I don't have pants on, but that's just what I say when I'm wearing my comfy pants. I am wearing pants, I promise. I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll watch something happier and be not so offended. I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Y'all grab yourself something tasty to drink. Don't get upset. Don't be upset. Be happy. Support BTS. Especially if they continue to go through stuff like this. Keep being good, ARMY. And you have a wonderful day.